Live. Welcome to the Giving Challenge 2022. We're coming live from WKDW 97.5 FM Real Community Radio out of Northport, Florida. And you're here today, oh yes you are, for a marathon of a day. And let me tell you, we have a bee with us. Who do we have today? Who is that, Dee Dee? Oh, Quincy Bumble and Dee Dee Gozian from the Northport Arts Center are joining us. Absolutely. And today's Be the One. Be the one. Will you be the one that makes a difference in over 550 to 700 nonprofits, depending on where you're looking, how many are participating. But as you see across the screen, and if you're listening to us on the radio, we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, live, WKDW 97.5 FM, Real Community, well, it says FM at those places, Northport Arts Center. We are streaming on Listen Live on KDW Radio. We are streaming on Common Grounds, Meeting Hall, Facebook pages, YouTube, and Twitter. Did I say that? We're on Twitter too. So thank you all for joining us today, because today you can make a difference, and we have a scheduled group of nonprofits coming on with us during the day. They're coming from over at the Englewood pop-up, from the Military Heritage pop-up, and then we're going to be having here tonight at 6 p.m., starting at 6 p.m. at the Springs Plaza in beautiful Northport at 12735, 12737, and 12739. The yellow building, like behind us, you can see on the screen, there's a bright yellow there. And look for that yellow building, and the Dank F food truck will be here tonight. And at 7 p.m., Common Grounds Meeting Hall will have plenty of music and things happening for your enjoyment. So, yes. So, Quincy Bumble.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about who you are, because you want to be the one, right?
Yesterday at the Gula Animation Studio. She birthed me, and if you didn't know, that Northport has an puppet make studio, and they also do the they know my brother. Oh yeah. And so I want them there for this very fundraiser. So really, with this beautiful we are at the arts where you can also take puppet classes. Yes. So I'm one day ready for 12 hours. Fresh.
Okay, so the Kahula Animated Studios, and she actually teaches classes at the Northport Arts Center, and we're going to do a little interview with the Northport Arts Center. They're part of our people. We've partnered with them for the Giving Challenge here, and they'll be popping in and out. And let's talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, why you do it, and all of that stuff. I didn't bring us all up there. So all of you, hey, I've been having my challenges, let me tell you. Right? Yeah. Hey, I'm not only doing this, I'm teching it too, although they're over in Common Grounds right now and figuring out how to help with that. Okay, so let's bring up Karen, and she's a past president of the Northport Arts Center, along with Darlene Kramer. She is the present president of the Northport Arts Center, and I do have those. You're muted on your side, Karen. So go ahead and can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so Dee Dee and Quincy B. Dee Dee and Quincy B. Let's start talking to everybody here. about the Northport Arts Center and why it's so important that arts are filling people's lives. Because even with us at the radio station here, radio and virtual and all this is considered a type of an art.
Yes, it is.
And what you do at the Art Center currently is visual arts, like the Bee. The Bee is a visual art thing, but she is also performing art, because some of the things that have happened at the Art Center is you have to use your imagination. So, Darlene, we're going to come over to you. You're the current president at the Northport Arts Center. Why is it so critical for people to know who you are and to get involved?
Well, I try to do this to lead the board, and we are always looking for the right people to join us. We service the Northport area, not just Northport, but around the area too. We have a lot of involvement in students and programs, and try to improve our gallery. We have a lot of opportunities for adult students as well. And it's a great place to be. It's so supported by the community, but we need the right people to help us out.
Okay, well, Karen, how about you? What is your input on this?
My input is that art is a healing venue for anybody dealing with any type of problem. It's a place to go and meet friends. It's a place for kids to come and express themselves. And just like home. I don't know where I would be at the Northport Arts Center.
Well, we're going to talk about that for the healing power of art, because Quincy Bumble, I'm going to refer to you right now, because we're going to talk about the healing power of art of war. And one of the things that has happened at the Northport Arts Center. So, Quincy Bumble, take it away.
Well, the art of war is my friend Philip Moore is the artist behind the art. I met him yesterday, and he has 8 paintings that he rendered from photographs he took in Iraq, Ceylon, and London. He has currently is on it at the military heritage. We're going to see him today. But we've raised money for the Northport over $7,000. Veterans will be able to reinstate our art for free.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And let's talk about your... Well, let's talk about your free classes that you offer, too. You offer... Yeah, let's talk about the free children's classes that are being offered at the Northport Arts Center.
Well, we have every Saturday we have the children's class for 8 to 12. We've had it ever since been an art center here. It starts at 10 a.m. to 11:30, and children are welcome to the art center. They just need registered here. It goes from Labor Day until Memorial Day. Then in the summer we do have a fantastic art for children to go to. And if any need is out there for scholarship or our camp, we have scholarships available. And this is one of the ways that we make money to provide children's art class.
Well, that's amazing. And for any of the people, how would I get a hold of you to actually participate in any of those programs that we're talking about? And even if you want to take an art class, where would I look, Dee Dee?
Please first look at our website. It's up to date and it's colorful and beautiful. We have a children's program section. We have an art of war section. We have a program section. We have workshops. things for one day parties. It's all on our website. And there, if you go on our website, the head is about the Giving Challenge. You just have to make a click and donate towards our organization's programs.
Oh, that's wonderful. And for our listening and watching audience, you can go to www.givingchallenge.org and find any of your nonprofits that you would today. Because today the money is being matched by the Patterson Foundation. It started at noon today. It goes on till noon tomorrow. You need to go to the link that is scrolling across the bottom, givingchallenge.org. The Northport Art Center is called the Northport Area Art Guild, and that is one way that you can be the one that makes a difference. So you can only give, you can give as much as you want, but they only match money up to $100. And say you have a wife or you're a husband or a significant other, or you have family that live in the same household. If you donate in each person's name, they'll do the match for that person's name, and that you can only do it for one time for per organization. But say there's 5 of you in the household, you can donate under each one, and they'll have a match going on. And $25 is the minimum that people can donate, and $100 is the most for the match, but you can give as much as you want. And I'm really excited to say this, that if you choose to, you can go to the givingchallenge.org and choose many organizations. And what I personally do is I know a lot of nonprofits and I'm involved with them, and I give to $25 or more to different organizations. So say if you pick 12 organizations, you gave $25 to each, that's $300, and I know that might not be in your budget, but that actually turns into $600, and you didn't have to do anything more than that, and it's unrestricted funds. And I want to say goodbye to our people because we have our next guest coming up. And Karen and Darlene, thank you for being with us today. And we are going to be bringing up our next guest, and it's Lori Swink from Selah Freedom. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. And how are you doing, Lori, today? And Lori is from Selah Freedom, and we're going to talk with Lori about her organization, her nonprofit, and she's part of our pop-up this evening along with the Northport Art Center. And I'm going to actually change how people see her on the screen because it's all about Lori Swink and Selah. Lori, tell us, what is Selah Freedom?
So Selah Freedom is an anti-sex trafficking organization. And we help people who are coming out of exploitation, trafficking, and we've been doing this for 11 years. And we've been able to help over 600 survivors now of trafficking.
Wow, over 600. And where do...
Thousand.
Oh, okay. So where do you get all the people that come to you, and how do you do that? And, sex trafficking, human trafficking is such a problem, and a lot of people don't realize how bad it is in the United States. And that's one of the fears that they have even over in Ukraine with what's happening over there, because people get exploited, and that's part of it too. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, typically not what you see in the movie. It's instead of people thrown in a van, it's very vulnerable who need a place to stay, who have been to be sexually abused, and so we typically share a lot of these students ages 4 and 5. By the time they're 13 years old, they think anything out there has to be better than what I heard here. Within 48 hours, 80% of runways are by traffic. these traffickers, they show up as being a person who wants to help. Hey, I have a safe place for you to stay. I have food to eat. And that's runaway thinks somebody cares and goes with them. And then they start being groomed and broken into a life of exploitation and trafficking. Unfortunately, a person is arrested for prostitution. After three arrests, turns into a felony. So now you think the person trying to get a job is on the record. So what we like to take these survivors, an opportunity to wrap around but we help them with trauma therapy, we help them with career goals, with employment, so that they can really turn around and be in life that the way they wanted. And we make those happen for them.
No, that has to be very traumatic for that person.
Yes.
What are the age, how young do you see the sex trafficked person, and what's the age that you see the oldest one that you have personally?
Right. Unfortunately, the younger the more they are able to charge traffickers, are able to charge buyers. So they can have children, boys and girls. Some of the highest price come with 11-year-old boys, unfortunately. With the same thing. Things that happen with law enforcement. And typically law enforcement is as an undercover thing. They are present themselves as 13, 14, 15 years old. People have a work time with them.
Right. No, when you're talking about this, and you see both male and female. It's not just female. A lot of people think it's just female, but there are human trafficking that boys and men are part of that.
Very true. And so you can help both males and we are very excited of the graduates of graduate program are now working for freedom as well with people who work in our outreach out on this sales detail. We have safe house for survive, and we're really excited that 87% of our graduate survivors do not reach life.
Oh man, that's just terrible that people have to endure that. Life is tough enough without having, if you have a life that you just go through the regular things in life. Stress is high enough, especially in today's world, expectations out of people, and to come out of that. Do you see people that really survive and can thrive after that?
Absolutely. The leadership skills of survivors is none. And so they end up going into business. One of our graduates, one of our survivors who was speaking at the graduation was so excited. Finally, I'm a tech. The things that make me granted. Survivors never had an opportunity to experience what we granted, and they get very excited about that. And then of course they love to give back as well. So they know that services that we're offering completely changed their life, their children. It broke a generational goal that was happening in their family. And now they're mom, dad to build as well.
When you're talking about, I can't imagine, truthfully, I can't imagine what it's like to even be in Taken, and a lot of people do have the thoughts about the Taken movie and that. When you do see that, you see them getting stolen and stuff, how does that normally work?
When they get stolen.
Pardon?
I'm sorry. Say that.
How do they normally get? How do the traffickers actually end up? Receiving, getting their victims. How does that normally happen?
So online that is a very real situation that happens with they're in shock and they pretend to be the age of that child, and then they start grooming them by friendship, and they will take as long as it takes. If it takes years to become that child's friend, they'll invest it because once they have them, they say 15 to 40 times a day, and so it generates a lot of money. And so you have to really be careful what your children have access to. And so prevention program is something that happens well. We get on this where curriculum that is appropriately written for ages kindergarten, that's right, for boys and girls, to help them understand how we try to lure them and groom them. For instance, with a small child, we could share the difference between a surprise and a secret. So a surprise is something that you don't tell anybody, but when you find out, it's guided. A secret is where you're told not to tell somebody or anybody, and it doesn't make you feel trust. We also talk about who their trust triangle of people are, and to go to one of those trust people to share that. So giving them tools to learn how to navigate.
And that's why people have to learn how to navigate in life, and that's just another layer that they have to put onto it, to add to it, and it's really difficult to even imagine having to do that, especially you're not mature enough, that you've got many of those children, if they've been taken as children, have not been don't know how to navigate. They haven't matured enough, and some of them, I imagine, haven't even started their period.
Right.
Yeah, if they're victimized like that. With all that being said, let's talk about you coming to the pop-up event tonight. You will be here at 6 p.m. or a representative from Selah Freedom, and we do have a pop-up event that we want to invite the audience out there to come here in person at the Springs Plaza at 12735 3739 at the Springs Plaza in Northport, and you'll see Common Ground. You'll see the Dank F food truck. You will see all these nonprofits, including Selah Freedom, Northport Art Center, the radio station. You can meet these people in person, and you can actually, if you want to donate at that time to do it, they'll have computers there. And please remember that to get the matching money, it has to be done with a credit card or a debit card, and it has to be done at the website givingchallenge.org. Find the organization that you want to give to, and feel free. This is the only time every 2 years that this happens, that there's matching money from the Patterson Foundation. It's put on by the Community Foundation of Sarasota County, Manatee Foundation, Community Foundation, Charlotte Community Foundation, the Marie, what's his name? It's the Selby Foundation. I'm trying to think. William G. and Marie Selby Foundation, and then a lot of media partners that they have. And all of us are 501c3 nonprofits, and we've all been vetted. So you don't even have, well, you can go and look and see what everybody does, but you don't have to worry about it because all the financials and everything, we've already been vetted by the Community Foundation of Sarasota. And believe me, the process this year was insane. From what I understand, there was 30-some pages and the financials and everything that had to be submitted, and that's one of the problems that we are that we can be able to do. Okay. Oh, okay. So, when, Dee Dee, do you guys have any questions?
No,
No?
so thank you, Lord, that there's a group that's working on that because I do know that that's a huge problem for children that are lost and make wrong friends and get themselves in situations that they can't avoid.
Dee Dee, I'm going to have you stay with her. We're having some tech issues, and they're asking me to hop off and work on them. So just keep on talking with her, and I'll watch for Military Heritage Museum to be coming in. Okay? Okay, so
So hi, Lori.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Excellent. Excellent.
That's good. Lori, I didn't find when did your organization come here in this area?
So we launched in oh, poor Bumblebee. So we launched in 2011, and we started in Sarasota. And the work that we have been doing with state's attorney, with local law enforcement, in about 5 years, trafficking was reduced over 90% in Sarasota. So we're really excited to
Wow.
show that when you have the courts and law enforcement and service providers working together, that's the outcome that happens. It stops the cycle of a person who is picked up for prostitution, solicitation. They're incarcerated, they're charged, they go out. The buyers and the traffickers are basically not even addressed, right? And so that was what was happening prior to us beginning to work with state's attorney and Sarasota Police Department. And so we know it works. And so that's another initiative that we have is training law enforcement to understand how to address the trafficking problem in their area as well.
Well, that's wonderful. That's great. How did you yourself get involved, Lori? Were you in that field, in the law enforcement field, or go ahead?
Yeah, so I'm one of the 3 co-founders. And no, I was, my degree is in special education. So I've always loved education. My why for education really followed into my why for Selah Freedom. And that is, it's important to me for people to understand their own identity, their own value, their own worth. And so when I was in the classroom, working with children, that gave me an opportunity to really speak into them of their strengths instead of them defining themselves by their weaknesses. And in Selah Freedom, it's the same thing. You know, you have these beautiful, amazing men and women who define themselves by what happened to them. So we get an opportunity to transition that to them defining themselves by the strengths that they carry and the goals and the dreams that they want to have. So that was really the transition for me. My why was still the same. It's just my what changed a little bit.
That is beautiful because that's also mirrors what we do. We look whenever we have children in the class. They all have self-worth, they all have creativity, they all need to celebrate who they are, and that's what we try to do also. We try to get them to have better self-esteem and better problem-solving skills. This is lovely. I'm so glad that you created this organization, Lori, because it's so important today. It really is.
Well,
With
we have an
social
amazing
media.
team, you know, so it's not one person. It's all these people who had a heart to do what we're doing and make a difference and help people leave a legacy on this earth that they would be proud of and excited about. And so I'm very grateful for our volunteers, our staff, and our donors that make it all happen.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, everyone can be the one for Selah Freedom. Thank you so very much.
Yes.
Where did the name come from?
That's a good question.
So Selah is a Hebrew word that means to rest, to pause, to reflect. And so what we give these survivors an opportunity to do is to pause in life, to rest, you know, because their bodies are so exhausted. Emotionally, they're exhausted, as you can well imagine. But then to be able to reflect on how they want to go forward in life in their freedom. And so that's what Selah Freedom stands for.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. Very nice.
We can come and paint together, can't we, Dee Dee? That would be wonderful.
That would be wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
We would love
idea.
to do
love
that. True,
So-
true.
Where are you currently located? I'm not sure if I missed it, but I know that we are pressed for a little bit of time.
So we're headquartered in Sarasota, but we serve all of Florida, and we have survivors from all over the United States.
Oh my.
So you do have a website and social media presence as well, I would assume.
Absolutely, SelahFreedom.com. SELAH.
There she is. Oh, look at that.
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going to be muting people because we're getting feedback here, and that's one of the problems that they've been having because we're airing on the radio and not just on streaming, and it could maybe on my end. So we're working on that. Just sorry about the audience and William English, and I know it's Chuck out there. Let us know if you're still getting feedback, and if it comes on while I'm up, because we have to do some of this tech stuff on the fly while we're live. We can not go off air and not be able to be working on this. So when I'm talking to all of you out there, because Military Heritage Museum is not coming in at this time, we have a little bit of time still. Currently, before our next guest comes in. Now, Lori, how did you get involved in this?
So I was sharing the feedback wasn't there when you were gone, Marie. So there you go. Now it's fixed. Okay, very good. So I was sharing earlier that I was in education, and my why in life is to help people understand their value and their worth, and understand their strengths. And so when I was in education, that was always my focus when I was in the classroom. And at Selah Freedom, that is also my focus for survivors, so that they're not defining themselves by what happened to them, the abuse, the exploitation, and what people told them, the lies that people told them about themselves, but rather they're defining themselves by their strengths and how they want to go forward in life. And so I'm one of the 3 co-founders, and I'm just really excited that now, 11 years later, we have seen so much success by bringing solutions to sex trafficking and exploitation. And we have survivors of our survivor graduates working in all of our programs at Selah. So we know that they come with so much wisdom and experience that it is golden. And people really respond. They listen to them, right? Because they're relatable. So when a survivor comes into our program and they hear that we have that this person graduated from our program, now they're going to listen to them at a different level because of that credibility and relatability.
As I'm going like this, I'm having to tech. We think we've figured out the tech thing because we're actually streaming live on the radio from my computer, because everybody's coming in virtually into the room right now. I have to mute everybody in the background so it doesn't feed, because we're getting double whammy. So thank you, everybody out there, for giving us information. And that's one of the things. We're in the technological world now, and we need to, just embrace it. And there are hiccups with it. So thank you, everybody, for actually supporting us and for supporting the nonprofits today and tomorrow. To go to givingchallenge.org, find Selah Freedom. Selah Freedom is SELAH FREEDOM. If you just punch it in the line, and I'm going to share that up on the screen so people can actually see it. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm going to unmute me and unmute you So go ahead, Dee Dee. And
Hello, Lori. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Are we going to bring up Lori's page? Is that what we're doing right now? So, Lori, do you have a goal today? I'm sorry.
Well, as you can well imagine, we do not charge our survivors for any of the programming that we give to them. And so we are in a constant state of raising funds, right? And
Okay.
our Safe House program, we have 2 different campuses. We have 1 house on one campus. We have 3 houses on another campus. And you can well imagine that's a very expensive program, to run, but it is priceless when you see a survivor get an opportunity to receive the wraparound care that allows her to be able to do life completely different. So it's worth every penny. And we always appreciate people who understand what the need is and that they become part of the solution. So we have volunteers that come into our safe houses and spend time with the survivors there. They a lot of times the volunteer would say, well, I don't know what to do. And we say, well, what is it you naturally like to do? Because that's where we want to plug you in. And one of our volunteers came to us one time and said, I don't even know what I can do. And we said, well, what do you like to do? She says, I love to knit and crochet. And we said, great, then teach that to the women in the house. And so she did. And she called the group Chicks with Sticks. And the women loved it. It gave them something to do with their hands. And all of a sudden they're making these beautiful like Afghans and scarves. And so, there's a place for everybody.
That's awesome. That's great. So not only are we asking for donations to support the houses, but also if a person like ourselves here at the Art Center, if we want to come and share art with you, that you would appreciate that kind of help also. Is that right, Lori?
We would love it. Absolutely. We have an art room in our multi-purpose building. We already have a place set up where we can bring our residents to you. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. It sounds like a great plan for us to get together. We'll see you tonight, right? You'll be at the Common Grounds?
Somebody from Selah Freedom will be there. Unfortunately, it will not be me because I had a prior commitment, but...
Oh, that's okay. We'll talk with them too. And we'll talk with you. I have your contact information. Thank you. This is wonderful. So Marie's bringing up some numbers for us. We already have 7,000 donors, and we just been on the air for 41 minutes. Wow.
Oh, that's quite a lot of money.
630 organizations have received donations. And the tally's rolling. $1,260,000, $262,000. It's coming in quick. That's amazing.
23 hours left, people. Let's go. Ching, 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 ching.
Beautiful.
Do you take honey? That's all I have. This is my first gig. I have not worked a day. Marie will give me $10. She will. She told me so. But it's not matched. Someone needs to match me, please. I have honey.
Let's see. We see she's pulling up some organization numbers here. Donor shoutouts. Nice. Oh, foundation partners.
Get on over to this website. It's magnificent. There's so much information.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. Look up Selah Freedom. Give them some honey. And then look up the Northport Art Center. We want honey.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And she keeps scrolling. I'm getting dizzy.
Well, look how fast the
It looks like I've been drinking. I fell over just a little while ago. I was falling over right there. That's fermented honey.
What I'm trying to do is they changed the screen today, and I'm trying to see where you look for the organization. I'm not seeing it. So that's what I'm doing. If you guys see it, let me know. But that is what I'm doing, how to do that. So
Nate.
Donate. Hit donate button. Look at it right there. I see it. I don't even know how to read. Yay! We hit the donate button and then look there. I see it.
What do we got? Tickets for kids.
Type faster.
Selah Freedom. It's right
it's
there.
right there. Look at it. I knew it.
Yay!
Yes, we found it. Yay!
For once in my life, I know I'm loved and supported. Oh, that's beautiful, Lori.
That was a drawing that was made by one of our survivors. Yes.
Oh,
Beautiful.
touches
I love
our
art.
hearts.
Yes.
Yes.
Hit me right in the ticker. Right there.
That's beautiful.
I love it, Didi. Do you?
I loved it.
I love you, Didi.
I love you too.
I love
Quincy
you,
Bumble.
Lori. I just met you, but I know these
She was
things.
just bored.
You need to come out, Dee Dee and Quincy Bumble. You need to come out to
You'd like us there?
We would love to, but you can come see us tonight. Brown will be there. Yes, the nighttime is the right time for some dang. I love that. Really fried with all the delicious.
Okay, well, we're going to have to go right now because I have my next guest, Scott Hedrick, from Northport Meals on Wheels, coming in. Thank you, Lori, for coming on with us today, and we will be seeing somebody from Selah Freedom tonight. Thank you, everybody. Here is our next guest, and it is Scott Hedrick from Northport Meals on Wheels. And hi, Scott. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm getting feedback. So Dee Dee and our Quincy Bumble will probably be doing most of this interview with you. So I will be muted in the background. So take it away.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Well,
That's excellent, Scott. What do you do at the Northport with Meals on Wheels?
I'm the president, so I do. I started out doing a lot of the computer stuff, and then I help out in the kitchen and drive and whatever else needs to be done. Help organize the volunteers. So we've
That's
got a
wonderful.
great board behind us that takes care of everything.
That's wonderful, Scott. So tell us about your organization. How many meals do you prepare a day?
So we do between 100 and 130 a day. We have about 150 clients on different schedules throughout the week. We serve meals Monday through Saturday. And so it's about 700 meals a week. That's what we end up doing.
Do you have a goal today for the giving challenge?
I don't. Let's say 10,000. How's that?
That's a great
that
goal.
Sounds like a good number.
Yes.
I think so. That sounds wonderful. Absolutely. Do you need a driver? I don't have my license yet. I was born yesterday, but we could definitely. What do you need? Do you need volunteers? What do you need?
Yes, we do. We do need summer drivers. As a matter of fact, a lot of our drivers are going north for the summertime, and so if you'd like to drive on any specific day to be a substitute or a regular driver, we'd love to have you. We would need you to have a license. Yes.
Oh, first,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. I don't have one of those
You
yet.
could be the backseat driver.
I can drive, yes. I can sit from the back. I can provide honey. That's all I've got.
Can you
That's
pass
it.
the background?
I have no money. I have only honey. See? But I am a poet. That's an art too, isn't it?
It is an art.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
it is. Yes.
But what you do is artful as well. Meals on Wheels is fantastic organization.
Culinary arts, yes.
Yes,
it
they
is.
do. I will be there soon, but we will be across the street. Will you be there as well?
Yes, we will. We
you're going
will
to be
be
there
across
tonight?
the street at the thing tonight. So
Fantastic. We can do photos.
come see us at the block party. Absolutely.
Yeah, fun.
Right, it's going to be great. Oh,
Yes.
we're putting
there
up
we are, Meals on Wheels. There's your site on Giving Challenge.
Oh, we're getting dizzy again. There it is. All right. Yes. All right. What do we see here?
So,
Scroll it down,
if you scroll
Meals on
down, you
Wheels,
can
what we
see
got
the
going on.
levels raised, and
Okay, $30.
so $30 it's $5 a meal and then we support about half of our people live near the poverty line, and so they qualify for free or reduced meals. So we'll be providing about 17,000 meals this year to people who can't afford it, and that's what we raise the money to do. So $30 will get you a week of meals and so on, as you see that there, and then we've got a little story down there.
How long have you been here in Northport?
So Northport Meals on Wheels has been around for 50 years. They started at Trinity Wesleyan Church, which is not like right across the street from where the kitchen is now. We moved into our kitchen about 3 years ago at Biscayne Plaza, which allowed us to about double the meals that we're able to prepare. So,
that's a lot of yummy stuff.
47 years they were serving meals out of the back of the kitchen at the church.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'd like a very important question. I have one. Just one important question.
Scott, do some shout outs too for your donors here. They're up on the screen.
Yes, especially thanks to Ellen for getting her gang. I know Ellen's army will be strong again today, and Wendy Namack has always been a great supporter of ours, as well as the Perry.
Oh, we know her.
We appreciate them, and hopefully I can get a few more pages of donors on there as we're just getting started. So it's very exciting.
It has only just begun, Mr. Scott.
Even if everybody just becomes anonymous, that's okay. But yeah.
Oh, we don't know who they are. I like that. Very mysterious. Very mysterious.
We appreciate you. That's right. That's
we
mysterious.
Like
be mysterious, and just as long as you're willing to help people out, we appreciate it.
Oh,
yes.
Good.
Thank you.
But
yes.
I will be out there tonight. We can take a selfie, Little bit of money get you a long way with me.
Now, will you be I heard that there's different bands coming out tonight too. So can you play an instrument?
Yes, it should be a lot of fun.
A lot of music. It's going to be entertaining. I'm going to be there. I know a little line dancing, and that would be nice. And then we're going right. But I need someone to carry me, really. So I can just tell you to go to and fro and left and right and all that stuff. But what I especially like is what my ears do when I dance. So we're going to be out there today.
Antennas.
Yes, these are antennae. I think so. That's what they are. I was only born yesterday. Do not know the anatomy of everything. So just, a few hours old and all. I'm surprised I can even form a sentence. This is wonderful. Mm-hmm. My arm is broken too.
We've got a little one.
I think
Marie's got a friend too.
Gertrude, it's Gertie. I know. I recognize her. Marie, you should do sign language. Someone should come in for closed captioning. Maybe sign language. That would be amazing, because now I know that we can't hear you, but you could hear us. But it sounds very like the FBI is.
Well, one of the things is for our Facebook fans out there, if you mute, and it's something we don't do, Facebook does, it comes through in closed captioning. So in case you see that and it picks up with strange words or that's through Facebook. It's not through how we're streaming, just so people to know that. And just for my audience out there, I have to mute everybody when I come on, because we get feedback coming out of my computer that we're feeding through. So normally I'm only teching when I am on a live show. If I do it streaming and then pre-record, it's a little bit different. So we were trying to figure out the tech on our end. So that's why, luckily, I have other hosts that are going to be doing interviews today, because I don't have to be the one talking and muting everybody, but I do have to do the teching. I want to remind people to go to the givingchallenge.org. It's scrolling across the bottom. Find the organization that you want to give to, and you can give to multiple organizations at that time. You have to do a $25 minimum donation. And I'm going to bring up on the screen, actually, I'm going to do a shout out to our organization right now, because if you go there, and if you want to be anonymous, you can put down anonymous, but if you want the world to see that you've donated, it will show up on the screen, and I will show you right now how that actually, I keep on clicking on here. That is one thing when you, one of the things that StreamYard actually recommends, that you have somebody else teching when you're the one talking, and I'm trying to do both. So, we are known here at the radio station as Community Broadband Radio Association, and if you see on the screen right now, it's popping up there. Yes, it's there, and you click on that. Now, we are a DBA, and we do We do business as WKDW 97.5 FM, Common Grounds Meeting Hall, Irish World Radio, and also as www.kdwradio.com. We have a video here that you can watch and all the information. And down on the bottom, I want to do some shout-outs here to people that have donated to us. And Ronald Sabalski, yay, thank you. Candace Sabalski. We have an anonymous donor, Wendy Namick. Wendy gave to us $100. She gave it to Meals on Wheels, and I bet if we go to Northport Art Center, she did. This is where you have generous donors, and Wendy actually is a supporter of the radio station and the art center and the Northport Meals on Wheels, and she's always giving to us, and she's a continual giver. Kathleen Petrella and Marcia Williams, thank you so much. And you can be the one that we do shout outs during the day of if you're donating to any of us, you can do a shout out. Now, Scott, I'm back on with you. Actually, I'll mute you until I talk. Tell us just a little bit more, because I know you need help in the kitchen, too. You not only need drivers to deliver the meals, but you need people to cook, and you would never want me in your kitchen because I do not cook well.
That's right, and you wouldn't want me cooking either. That's why I'm the organizer and not the cook. I can help, and it does not require a lot of skill. If you can scoop green beans or fruit into a cup, you are smart enough to help at Meals on Wheels. And we do, and as I mentioned, like the drivers, we do have some people going on vacation in the summertime too. So give us a call and we'll get you organized in the kitchen to help sub out as well too, because we have 4 or 5 people and a lead cook and some helpers every day, Monday through Saturday, and it's a different team, and they are so dedicated. It's amazing that they come in week after week and give their time to help our clients out who need the food. They can't prepare a meal for themselves, but and it takes. And we were talking about shout outs to all 200 of our volunteers that are so dedicated.
Wow.
People. So many of them have been in for 10 or more years as well, and they get very attached to their clients, and really love to help them out. So and if anything wrong, because they're right on top of it, helping people out. So they're very loving group of people.
Wonderful. I'll be the one.
Yeah, be the one for Meals on Wheels Northport. Take a look at the Giving Challenge website and look them up. They're going to be out at the Common Grounds tonight. We're going to have ourselves a wonderful time. Believe it. Believe it.
And one of the things, too, Scott, is tonight, if they want to learn how to volunteer, and I know that we're looking for donations and stuff, but to meet people, this is going to be a golden opportunity for you, the audience, to come and meet the people from all these nonprofits that we're actually bringing on today, and to be able to volunteer, because a lot of times many of us don't know how to get involved with an organization. We always sit back and say, oh, I want to get involved. How do I do that? And actually tonight you'll be able to meet the people that are actually the people that want you to come and volunteer, because trust me, there's people like myself and some of the people on the screen, we're serial volunteers. We don't get paid to do anything. We actually put in money and for causes that we care about. So when we're asking you on one time out of the year, actually it's once every 2 years, that we ask you to do this donation. And think of it as the Jerry Lewis telethon, that we're asking you, but we do have matching money. And what better way, because it's not coming out of your pocket, it's coming out of the Patterson's Foundation pocket. So if that be there, if Quincy Bumble gives $25, that turns into $50. It's magic. It's 50% more than, well, actually, do the math. Scott, how does that work?
It's 100%. Buy one, get one. You're turning, if you give $30, that's 1 week, and they'll give a week, and that's the best way to think about it. Is you give 6 months, they'll finish up the year for you, and it's an amazing thing, and they're wonderful people. So
I have no money. I have to borrow. Do you have $30, Marie?
and that's what I wanted to say. If you don't have money today, just give us a call and get in the car, and you can drive and give meals to people. We'd love to have you. So
wonderful.
Well, your time is valuable.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely, and that is one of the beauties of being able to do things, because volunteerism is so appreciative. You can't survive. No nonprofit can survive without volunteers. Believe me, trust me, here at the radio station, we're an all-volunteer radio station. Believe it or not, every one of us, every person that's teching, running around, setting up for tonight, we're all volunteers. Now, one person here gets paid. And I don't know who the insane people are, including R.J. Malloy, who actually thought of this idea and thought they could run a radio station with all volunteers. But we are successful. And there are people like me that go, I never had on my bucket list that I wanted to be a radio show host. I don't know. That wasn't in my dreams. So was that in yours, Scott?
It's never been my dream to be on the radio all the time. I'm a behind the scenes guy, and but you're right. If you want to meet a great group of people, find ours or some other nonprofit and get involved, because Northport is a great community. Sarasota is a great community, and there are tons of people who love to help out. So find the group that works for you and get involved. And put yourself back off mute.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you for tuning in right now. Our next guests are down below the room here, so we have to make sure that we say bye to Scott. And if you go to givingchallenge.org, hit the donate button and look for the nonprofits that you want to give to. You can actually give to multiple, and remember, up to $100 per organization from you gets matched by the Patterson Foundation. Thank you, Scott. We'll see you tonight.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. And yes, come see us if you want to hear more. We'd love to talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now we are bringing up our next guest, and Dee Dee, get ready, because you know these people. The Northport Chorale. Hello, welcome. Barb Johnson and Joni and Pulvin. Now, I'm going to bring up Dee Dee and them. I'm going to be muting you guys because we're getting feedback on my end, because we're going through the radio station and it's coming through echoing on the radio. So I have to mute everybody when I bring them up on the things when I'm talking. So, Quincy Bumble is here with us today. That is our Bumblebee. Be the One. To let people know to be the one, and you can actually meet Quincy Bumble this evening. Plus, we have somebody in a bee. Actually, you'll get to meet the bee tonight too. There'll be somebody in a bee costume, so you can meet somebody. I should probably say bee costume, should I? Okay, well.
Hello. Hi, Joni.
Take it away, ladies.
Me too. I am Quincy Bumble, and you are Barbara Johnson and Joan Portvin. Thank you. I've learned to read yesterday. I'm so excited to meet you both. Right, Didikin?
Yes.
This is wonderful.
This is wonderful.
We are so happy to have you on the show today.
So,
a little bit about the Chorale.
Thank you very much for the invite. We're happy to be here too.
We always love the Chorale. Tell us a little bit about the organization that you are both members of.
Well, for one thing, Northport Chorale is part of an umbrella group called the Northport Performing Arts Association. And we are the singers, and we also have a concert band and a symphony. And we, the Chorale, have actually been together for over 40 years singing for the community, which we really enjoy doing. The last few years really set us all back, of course, like everybody else. But so our numbers are a lot lower than what they were. We used to have a chorale anywhere from 50 to 70 singers.
Wow.
And even more way back when. But we're happy to be back, and we're trying. We've had 3 concerts. Well, we've had 2 concerts this season, but we've got one more coming next Saturday. So we hope that we'll have a few people look us up and join us at 7:00 at the Performing Arts Center at the Northport High School in Northport, of course.
How do we get seats for that?
Oh, seats will be there. The box office will be open.
Okay.
You can go online and order, of course, but you can also stop in at the box office, which is located at the school, just outside of the theater. And they're open from 10 until 1, 10 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and also the night of the concert. So anyone... Yeah, no problem with last minute tickets. Unfortunately, we wish we had the whole theater sold out.
That's wonderful.
Oh yes, you all look wonderful.
That's what we used to look like.
Your colors match the website. I love how you did that. I know you did that on purpose, darling.
Oh, here's your levels.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's wonderful. We were trying so hard to get that Fast 50 prize. And last I checked, I think we were up to like 46. So I just, put on Facebook, please, we need a few more donors. But
let's do some shout outs to your donors.
We did on Facebook. I was typing madly before we came on. And
lovely.
Do some shout outs on Twitter when we hang up here. And but we had some really great people donating. I see Duquettes and the Maples and Sandy and Grant Powers, Ronald and Ann Larrabee, Ginny Lukaitis. Am I saying that right?
Very nice.
To Barbara Johnson.
Oh, look at that. I saw her. I did. I
met her too, yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
She's a good hearted.
Fred Campos and Kim Campos is our music director. So Kim's working hard, just donating and singing and
wonderful.
directing, and she's everything.
Quincy Bumble doesn't sing,
So how long have you both been on the chorales?
I'm sorry.
How long have you been members?
I have been personally member for 11 years, 12 years, something like that.
Wow.
Joni.
I recently joined. I actually am not a singer. My husband, Michael, is one of the basses, and I joined to help with marketing the chorale. Again, Barbara was saying we're having a rough time right now because of COVID, and we've lost some singers and we've lost our audience. So I'm trying to really get the word out, so that people can come hear us sing, come hear how beautiful they sing, not me. And so we're trying to get the word out and get more singers and more audience members, and that's what we're up
to.
Will you be joining us this evening at Common Grounds?
Yes, we will.
Yes. We will sing together. You must teach Mr. Bumble how to sing.
Well,
we will fa la la along in the fundraiser and put the fun in fundraiser.
Our music director will be there, and I think we can task her with that.
Yeah.
Quincy Bumble can do anything,
I would imagine.
Well, we're very fortunate to have this group in our community because bringing the arts is so important to everyone to elevate the community. We thank you for all of the work that you're doing. Do you have any great memories to share with us of your involvement with the chorale, Barbara?
Oh, I do. When I first joined, we had a wonderful music director by the name of Pat Pretzel. And she had started a side group called the Soundsations, and which I was very happy and proud to be a part of for a lot of years. We're no longer, with that group. Well, we don't have that group any longer with our chorale, but maybe in the future we might start another one up. But we used to do a lot of we'd come on at just basically after halftime, and we do 2 or 3 numbers for the audience, and we did dancing. We had to memorize everything that we did, and so we were able to have a lot of movement and everything. So that was one of my highlights with the chorale, was being able.
Oh, that's lovely. You did a very nice performance. The chorale did a nice performance for our Kaleidoscope the Arts event that we had done in January. It was very entertaining, and it was just like being at a Broadway show. And there was great costuming, great voices, great music. It was tremendous.
Oh, that's great.
Thank
We
you.
were happy to do it, and thank you very much.
We hope to do it again with you.
Well, this time I will be there. Believe that.
You will be there?
Yes, I would be there. This last time I was only born yesterday, Judikins. I think, yes, we can have a group called the Bumblebees. I'm just saying.
Yes,
Yes,
that's a
I'm
good
asking
idea.
for a friend.
Awesome.
One of the things that I do want to ask you is and I'm not a singer, so I won't be the person that actually is going to be knocking at your door. However, if I'm somebody that would like to get involved with you, how would I do that, and how would I reach out? And I know tonight you'll have representatives at our pop-up event, Be the One, Giving Challenge, pop-up event, Northport. The Dank F food truck will be there, so you can come hungry and eat. The food truck will be there. There'll be 11 nonprofits, and at 7 p.m., music will be coming out of Common Grounds Meeting Hall, and you can be the one and meet our bee and meet Quincy Bumble. Quincy will be there this evening, and so many of the other people within our community will be there this evening. So will you be the one? But back to the question that I asked you, how would I get involved with you? How would I, not only just come to your concert, I want to be on stage, I want to sing with you.
But you are more than you'd be more than welcome to come. Anybody with a voice. We do require a singing voice. Not just for the shower. We hope that, although you don't have to be a trained singer, but, be able to carry a tune, shall we say, put it that way. And we practice on Monday nights at the Performing Arts Center. We have our own little music suite there. So you're welcome just to show up. Now, we won't be starting. We're finished now. We won't be starting again until the fall. But we do have a website. I don't have the information with me right this
Yeah. The
second.
North, but also we're on Facebook. That seems to be the best way that we're reaching people right now. And we will be actively recruiting singers come, the end of August, September. But you can reach us through Facebook. And we just got, if anyone's out there and wants to hear us, we just have 2 brand new tenors. They are absolutely amazing. And they found us on Facebook. But you can also give me a call, give me a shout out. My email is travelwithjoniep@gmail.com. And you can also access our website, the Chorale and the Northport Chorale, and like I said, Facebook as well. We'll be there to anyone.
Well, I know that if you go to the Northport Performing Arts Association, if people would Google that, I can put it up on screen, but I'm having my own problems back here. But if you go to their Northport Performing Arts Art Association, it has the chorale, the concert band, and the symphony. You can click on there. You can see their upcoming schedules, anything like that, and all the information about them. Also, go to thegivingchallenge.org, find the Northport Chorale, or whoever you want for your nonprofit. You can give to multiple ones. And like I say, I'll choose a bunch of them, a bunch. What kind of words are those? A bunch. I'm not a monkey. But I choose different organizations that I really have a heart for. And I sometimes only give 25 because that's the minimum that you can give. But you can give to 12 organizations. You can give to 100. If you have the money and you can give to 100 organizations and you can do $25, do the math. That will turn into double the amount that you already have given. But up to $100 will be matched per person from the Patterson Foundation to any organization that you're giving to, and multiple organizations. It really doesn't matter. So, ladies, any last words?
I'd really like to do a shout out and a huge thank you to the Community Foundation of Sarasota and to the Patterson Foundation for hosting this, for supporting this, for helping small nonprofits struggling like ourselves to keep the music alive. We really appreciate all the community support and really hope to see everybody at our concerts. And if you've ever been told you have a great singing voice, come find us.
Me.
Well, thank you, ladies, and thank you. Absolutely. Our next guest is in the room, so we will be bringing him up. We will see all of you tonight at the pop-up event starting at 6 p.m. It goes to 10 p.m., and we'll even have a phone number you can call in and talk to people if you would choose to, and we'll be doing shout-outs and that all day long. I'm grateful to the Community Foundation and GiveGab that's actually taking care of the tech end of it, because we're able to see in live time people that are giving to our organization. So see you tonight, ladies. So our next guest is here in the room, and it's John from Samaritan Counseling Services. And John, how are you doing?
Hey, we're doing great. What is it, 75 minutes in? We're doing great.
Wow. That's wonderful, John. So tell us about the Samaritan Counseling.
Yeah, thanks for the invite to be in this interview now, and also to be at the pop-up giving station later today. We're excited about doing that. This is our first time to participate in a pop-up giving station. Yay! We've been in the area serving clients since 1999. We serve clients mostly in Sarasota and Manatee County, and we have offices in both counties. We have 10 offices spread between Venice, as far south as our offices are, and as far north as State Road 64 in Manatee County. And of course, telehealth is an option for clients as well to see counselors. So we have over 20 counselors on our staff now, and that includes interns. I can talk about our intern program in a moment, but we serve anything from, depression, anxiety, to, grief. If someone is needing counsel for loss of a family member or a close friend recently, to, family counseling, couples counseling. We have several counselors who enjoy working with children and adolescents, which is a big need right now. And so we serve any age, any need. The only thing we don't do is inpatient work. We refer that out, but certainly as clients come out of inpatient care, they are referred to us often. And so we serve about, I think we do about 1,200 sessions a month now, and doing the best we can to keep up with the demand, because the demand is huge for mental health need right now.
Yes, it is. A lot of people don't have health insurance. A lot of people don't have the connections, especially with COVID happening, not being out of their house, and it's increased things. So, John, how did Samaritan Counseling begin? What was the roots of this organization?
That's a good question. So our main office is at Church of the Palms on Bee Ridge in Sarasota. And back in the 90s, the church had a vision of creating a place for a counseling center to be. And so they sought out, actually, Samaritan is part of a national network of centers. A lot of people don't know that. And back then it was called Samaritan. They since have rebranded, and the national network has a different name. But so they sought out creating a Samaritan center here. And we've always had a space here on the campus of the church. We're two separate entities, but that's really how the Samaritan Center got started. And when they went on their search for the first executive director, they found Rick Howell, and he's been the executive director since '99. The one and only. Yeah. So we've been here 23 years, and gradually, the awareness of our presence is here, and serving more and more people in both counties. Like I mentioned earlier, we're in 10 offices. 9 of those offices are in churches where they do the same kind of partnership with us. They have a dedicated space for us, and the counselors use that space to see clients there. A lot of times it's a counselor who attends that church, so they have a very natural connection between the staff and the members of that church to get referrals. But just because we have offices in churches doesn't mean that, you have to be a member of a church or go to a church to see our counselors. But that's where we're able to partner pretty closely and tightly in the community, is in that way to have that provision of office space for us.
Well, that's wonderful, John. How did you yourself become involved with the Samaritan Counseling?
So I have a history of my career of being on church staffs, and I moved to Bradenton in 2002 to be on a church staff. And about maybe, 12 or 13 years into being here, I was having lunch with a parishioner, and he kept talking about Samaritan. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, I'm on the board of Samaritan Counseling. Samaritan Counseling. I went, no, I don't know. You're going to have to inform me. So I was surprised that I had been in the area that length of time and hadn't heard of Samaritan. From that, I eventually was introduced through an annual luncheon that we have, and met Rick and was asked to join the board. So I was first a board member for 4 years, and then in August of 2020, moved away from the church staff position into the position I host now. My title is Community Care Director. So I do all the community work, connecting with existing partners, but developing new partnerships and expanding our awareness and connections in the 2-county area.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now, as besides donating funds, which are very important to keep your organization alive, is there other things that community can do to help you?
Today, they don't have to only give. We have a business partnership just for the Giving Challenge, and it's unique. It is a hashtag donation. And here's how that works. So like we're on Facebook right now. I don't know where else we're streaming, but if we're on, if a viewer is watching us on Twitter or Instagram, all of this is possible for them. They just need to create a hashtag using this hashtag, my favorite space.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got it up right there. My favorite space. That's right. So all you got to do is create a space. And in that, not create a space, create a post about your space. But the idea is to either use a photo or video. You don't have to, but just talk about the favorite space in your house where you relax. That could be, the living room. It could be your lanai. Maybe it's when you're in the bathtub taking a nice soap bath, or maybe it's in the kitchen where you're cooking. Wherever that favorite space is, just make a post about it and include that hashtag, my favorite space, and light up your life. It's a lighting store in Sarasota, just north of downtown. They're giving $10 for every post, up to $3,000. So you don't have to spend a dime. Just make a post right now. And we can track that because, you can track hashtags. Right. And anybody can do that, no matter where you are. You don't have to even live in Sarasota. If you're listening to this in Washington, you can make that post and we'll see it. And you can help us. This is outside of the dollars coming in through the website, right?
Yes.
So this is an additional opportunity. If someone's saying, I don't have dollars to give right now, I don't have to spare, this is a way you can do that. You can support us.
Oh, that's
cool?
Marvelous.
Yeah.
That's a really nice program. That was great that that organization, that business did that for you.
Yeah.
And let's read some donor shout outs right now that have
yes.
you.
Thank you.
You want to, it's Michael Calvert.
Yes.
Carlos
Yeah, these are all. You know what I love seeing here is names that I don't know.
That is true.
So Linda Gurin, Greta Mahaffey. These are names that they may be in our database because we have hundreds of names in our database. I don't recognize those names, so that's fun to see. Judith Ball giving a donation today. Linda Hoy, Richard Mahaffey. Which, by the way, I see two names with the same last name. Just a recognition there. The Patterson Foundation is matching each unique donation. So if you're in a family and you have family all over the place and they all have the same last name, whatever, you can. Every family member can give. It's not based on like a household or an account number. So that's a great reminder to everybody. Share away. Let everybody know that they can give today.
Beautiful. Well, thank you to all the people that are donating. Well, it looks like you have quite a number of donors. A lot of people are very passionate behind your cause, and I have to say that it's so needed in our community today. Not a lot of resources out there. Very nice.
Yeah, and one thing I'll share a quick story. We were called by one of our partner churches. We partner with over 60 churches in the 2-county area. And so when they have a unique need, they call and say, hey, here's what's going on. Is there any way you can partner and help us? So listeners in the Northport area are probably familiar with a situation a couple of weeks ago where a middle school student died by suicide. So a pastor called and said, we have to do something. And we want to present some content for parents and educators and students about bullying. So we put that together as quickly as we could. Of course, Easter was right around that. So last week, Thursday night and Sunday night, we did 2 presentations about bullying to help parents and even grandparents who came to know what to look for and how to help their students who are experiencing that. So that's a unique thing that a lot of people wouldn't know. Hey, I could call the counseling center and explore how to address things either in your company, your family, whatever. And that's, we want to be here for that. And as you just said, the need is great. And the counselor to client ratio is not near what it could and should be. So we're doing what we can to make sure clients can be seen, don't get turned away, which your donations actually help that. We have a client, what we call the Client Assist Fund.
Yes.
And so all the donations go toward that. And that helps those underinsured, uninsured clients not have to worry that they can't afford it. We want to make sure that we don't have to turn anybody away for cost.
Excellent. Thank you so much, John, for bringing that to our community and promoting that and letting us know about it. Probably a lot of people out there don't even realize it's a resource available to them.
Right.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I don't know where Marie is right now.
She left us.
There she is.
She's back.
She's back. I have to mute you guys when I talk, and that's why I'm staying off the screen because I'm doing a lot of tech work in the background. So a lot of people, as you can see, John, and I know that they won't be able to hear you right now while I'm talking, but I'm able to bring up, in case anybody is watching, we are streaming on 8 different social media pages. We're live on the radio, WKDW 97.5 FM, Rural Community Radio. You can listen on your smart speaker. Alexa, play WKDW 97.5. Hopefully somebody's just came on. And if you have a Google one, whatever you call your smart speaker, it'll come on. And then you can listen to us live on air at www.kdwradio.com. We will be live on streaming today till 5 p.m. We'll come back on at 6:30 for the pop-up event, which starts at 6, but we're not starting to stream or going live till 6:30 for all of you watching audiences or listening audiences. And the social media sites are WKDW 97.5 FM, Northport Arts Center. Listen live on WKDW 97.5. Also, my own personal one, because I'm the one teching it. So, Marie Stonich LaBrosse on Facebook. Listen live. Yeah, I said listen live. I'm looking up here. Common Grounds Meeting Hall, their Facebook page. On YouTube, WKDW 97.5. On Twitter, actually, it's WKDW 97.5. It's our Twitter account. And then also on YouTube, my own personal page. So there are 8 different locations that if you're missing this, I don't know where you are. You must not be on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter right now, because I am guaranteeing all of you are getting bombarded from every nonprofit that's been vetted out there. If you live in Southwest Florida, and even if you don't, because we all know all these social medias are worldwide. They're not just limited here, and even our radio station on the internet, we are worldwide. So, John, what are your plans for this evening?
So actually, I have to be in 2 places at one time tonight. So I have some staff who are coming. I'm going to be there probably around 5 or so and get our table set up. And then one of our counselors and one of our administrative team members are going to be there at 6 to greet people and help them learn about Samaritan and give if they would like at the pop-up giving station tonight. I have to run back to Light Up Your Life to do a live segment with them at 7 o'clock. And then I'm coming back to Northport. So I'll be in and out. That's my plans. But we'll be there the whole time. Somebody will be there from Samaritan the whole time.
Well, just to let you know, and I know we can't talk off there and everybody's listening, it's not a big setup here for you guys and stuff. So they could probably set up by themselves so you don't have to run so much.
Everything's in my car now.
Oh, yeah, like me. That's the whole thing too, John. I do the same thing. Thank you so much for coming on with us today. I know that you can stay on with us right now because I'm waiting for the Military Heritage Museum to start popping in, and they must be having difficulty down there. One of our show hosts is actually on their board of directors down there, and they have 10 nonprofits set up down there, but they have a lot going on. Or they have the Calendar Girls. They have, I think it's Corvette or some sort of car show going on. They have a food truck. And if you've never been to the Military Heritage Museum in Punta Gorda, where are you? Why aren't you doing that? And actually, I'm going to bring up Quincy the puppet, and we will talk about the display.
The display. We're talking about the.
Yes, the Art of War is at the Military Heritage Museum in the fabulous Hall of Heroes. Have you been there ever? It's gorgeous. Did you go?
Yes, I did, and I was so impressed.
Oh, we have it will be, I believe, in the newsletter. I was told by Michelle Moore that they're going to have it in the newsletter, and they would put it on the line. I think that's what it's called. It's called On the Line too, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's a beautiful 18-piece show about Philip Moore and his colorblind. He is also colorblind. Did you know he was colorblind?
That's what makes it so special.
The colors are so vibrant. I was there last night because I was only born yesterday.
Yes.
But I was there, and it is 18 pieces in the Hall of Heroes, and as well his story is and the Veterans History Project. Have you heard of this Veterans History Project?
Actually, yes. If you're a veteran, you should know about it. Tell us about it.
Well, I know about it only because of Philip. Philip and I spoke last night,
Okay.
and so I know about it because of that. The Veterans History Project that he was interviewed by is from Florida 17 District, from the Stubbe. Greg Stubbe, the congressman, is very good friends here of the Art Center and
Yes, he is.
of the Military Heritage Museum and the whole Florida 17 with the Wounded Warrior. So we have several interviews that are filed with the Library of Congress, and you can do, if you're a veteran, tell your story. If you live in the Florida 17 district, to the wounded, that's a particular area, Florida 17, the congressman. Yes.
Right, yes.
So that is also being played there at the Art of War exhibit at the Military Heritage Museum. You should
Yes.
actually plan your visit by visiting www.militaryheritagemuseum.com. They're in beautiful Punta Gorda. And
Yes,
Yes.
they are. Yes, we did a radio show once from there. Yes.
oh, yes,
Heard they have like a helicopter out
a big Huey. I
Yes.
heard they have a big Huey, and sometimes they have and they will let you sit in there, and then they have a flight simulator, and they also have a digital firing range. That is
That's amazing.
lots of fun. I have to tell you, I would love to go and maybe fly a kite, a plane would be wonderful there. So the Art of War exhibit will be on display until June, the end of June,
End
and
of
then it will
June.
be
So it gives
moving.
everybody plenty of time to go down to visit
I
the
think
military.
so. And I spoke to the artist, and he has completed now the last 6 paintings for 2023's calendar.
That's lovely. And tell us about what the calendar sales.
Well,
promote.
I am pleased to announce that as of today, calendar sales and donations for the Art of War are to benefit the Veterans Art Scholarship at where we are right now at the
Yes.
Northport Art Center. We've broken $19,000. I just found out. So Art of War has raised $19,000. It's so wonderful. If you are a veteran or know of a veteran who can benefit from the healing power of art, which is quite good, please visit the Northport Art Center's website on the line and check out Art of War. And you too can sign up for a free curriculum here at the Northport Art Center. Isn't that right, Didikins?
Yes, we have a pottery class that just ended. That was very successful.
Oh, we have pictures that are going to be shortly shared, but we wanted to finish this nice fundraiser because
Yes.
fundraising is fun.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
fun.
it is. So
Yes,
we
it
want to
is fun.
talk about that as well. We have another class coming up in June for the Veterans Art Scholarship, and it is going to be with the illustrious Raven Sky McDowell and her wonderful magazine collage. She's been sharing a lot on social media as well. And
Yes.
It's wonderful. So
That's
we are
great.
looking forward to having 6 wonderful veterans sign up for that Veterans Art Scholarship at the Northport Art Center.
So to join that class, they also go online to the Northport Art Center Art of War site.
Yes, you can
Okay.
sign up for that class by simply sending us an email correspondence to npac@npartcenter.org or call us here at 941-423-6460. I will call you back.
Well, as they are talking there, John, I'm going to say goodbye to you. We're going to be going into another stream, so there's a transition period that we do have going on right now that we will be coming in. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody tonight in person. I don't go out that often in person, so it'll be wonderful to see you. See you earlier tonight, John, and then later
Yes, yes.
tonight. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye. So, Dee Dee and Michelle, we have a transition. And what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to mute you so we don't get back feed, but the transition right now for our watching audience, because you're going to be seeing us on the stream, And then we're going into the pop-up over in Englewood, and I have Rick, actually I had asked him to go off our stream and go into the next stream so there's a smooth transition, because Joanne Kaminsky is going to be doing a lot of the interviews over in Englewood, and this is something new that we've never done before, just to let everybody know. The transition period of going from a live event to another live event, and people are actually in person at places and all over. It's actually kind of fun. And I'm really grateful to Rick Johnstone. He's helping me in the background with teching. He's not in our room right now. But for our watching audience, our listening audience on the radio, you don't have to do anything because we're not going off here. But for our watching audience, there'll be a new stream, and when we pop up and go live, you'll be able to catch it at any of those venues. So when that happens, when we end this one, we'll be coming up in another one. And before we leave this venue, somebody just got into the room, and I want to bring her into the picture here. Actually, I'm going to take you guys down off that screen like that. We're going to bring in, okay, look who we have here. We have City Commissioner Jill Luke just came into the room. Yay! Yay!
Oh, it's my favorite puppeteer.
Yeah, Quincy Bubbles here with us today because he's going to be the one. Quincy's a boy, right?
Yes.
Or is he neutral gender?
Neutral gender.
Yes. Fluid. He's fluid. So with that being said,
I know.
Well, with this being said, we're going to transition over to the other stream, which means that you ladies are going to have to come into the other stream, and Rick will be over there bringing you guys up into the stream. And while you guys are doing that, Jill Luke and I are going to be talking on air right now, or while we are making this transition. So
it's all magic.
Yeah, this is magic happening right now.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll pop into the new stream. So to our watching audience right now, go into the other stream because we will be coming with other nonprofits coming out of the Englewood area, and hopefully the Military Heritage Museum has figured out how to get it in here. So thank you all for watching, listening. See you in a little bit, and I will kick you guys right out of this stream.
Bye, Dee.
Bye.
Bye, Quincy Bubble.
Yeah, and goodbye, Michelle Mueller, too.
Where's Michelle?
Michelle, stick your head in there.
Oh, there she is. Love you, girl.
Yay.
Did you have a good birthday?
I'm 50.
You're 50. You're 50. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget, this is a giving challenge. Go to www.givingchallenge.org and donate today. $25 to $100 will be matched by the Patterson Foundation for any of your favorite nonprofit out there. You can make a difference. Yeah, everything's opposite a mirror image. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. And we're going to be ending this stream right now, and we'll be coming into the next stream. So everybody, Jill and I will be still talking on the radio. So for our watching
How many
audience,
platforms you got going?
Oh, we're on 8 different social media sites right now.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, plus on the radio. So
You're impressive.
I'm impressive. Not so much today.